Claude Monique Viard is a pre-K teacher at a diverse public school in Brooklyn, New York. Her family is also diverse. Race in the Viard family is a part of their daily discussions.
I think a lot of people shy away from talking about color, and I think that that's detrimental. I think it's important to recognize the differences and to celebrate them.
She says one way to do that is by reading books with diverse characters. Buying dolls with different skin colors is another positive approach.
Seeing a doll that doesn't look like you and being empathetic towards it helps.
Diana, who requested anonymity, also talks a lot about race with her two children. They live in the historically black neighborhood of Fort Greene in Brooklyn.
So my 6-year-old is now old enough to understand that there are imbalances as to how people experience life.
Diana and her two kids are members of a Presbyterian church that is heavily engaged in social justice issues. Banners list the names of black victims of police brutality.
He's about 11, has 8.
All of the art was made by children who attend the church. Diana says she doesn't want to be preachy when talking about race. She says stories help. She also asks the kids lots of questions and isn't judgmental when they ask her awkward questions.
Kids are going to say the darndest things, right? And actually, those are great opportunities because you never know what they're thinking or making up. And when they blurt something out, that's your opening.
Diana says she's shielded her children from videos of police brutality, but they have attended protests.
A lot of times when we talk about the incidents, we don't go into details about how the person was killed, but it is important to talk about this happened, there were bystanders, what's right here, how do we restore it?
Claude has also attended protests with her two children. She wants them to understand what's going on, but is mindful not to scare them.
You don't want children to be afraid. You want them, if they get lost, to be able to go to a police officer and say, I'm lost. We want them to know that there are police officers that are friendly. I think that's basically the bottom line, is to teach your children to see the humanity in others.
With protests against police brutality and racial inequalities continuing around the world, there are bound to be more questions and conversations about race among families than ever before. Karina Huber, CGTN, New York.